Roblox Forsaken hits a new low, as once again the game is buried in controversy. Two major scandals have reignited the drama. First, the shocking return of disgraced developer Soul Driven Love, and second, the disturbing exposure of furry meme animator Nyan Wolf. Starting with Soul, he was the original owner of Forsaken, exposed back in May 2025 for financially supporting a racist attempted murderer, blackmailing victims, distributing illicit material, and even enabling predators in his dev team. After being called out hundreds of times in a single day, he was forced to step down, transferring ownership to Hitoko and Basel. But he didn't stop there. Soul has now returned to Roblox for the third time under a new alt account. The account had a 500,000 Robux shirt, suspicious friends lists, and the same behavior he's shown before, adding his associates, unfriending them when exposed, hiding his inventory, and even faking a deactivation. To top it off, he mocked the community by changing his display name to GG. It's clear he isn't here to make amends. He's here to dodge responsibility and taunt the player base. Even more suspicious, his longtime girlfriend Ava was also caught back on the platform, using the same avatar style she's always been known for. Both of them seem to carry on as if nothing had happened. And what's worse, Soul's return almost slipped under the radar, because at the time, the schlub situation was dominating Twitter drama. His comeback was nearly swept under the rug, leaving many unaware that Forsaken's disgraced founder is once again active and dragging the game's name through the mud. Then comes the case of Nyan Wolf. Known for his viral "Don't Touch My Pizza" meme, he was featured in Forsaken through the Kevin Jason skin, but soon after, the skin was removed without explanation. Evidence later showed he was running alt accounts engaging with disturbing fetish feral artwork, animal-like characters in explicit scenarios. When confronted, he claimed he was just scrolling too fast or high while liking posts, but the evidence showed repeated patterns, identical art styles, reused profile pictures, and the same original characters tied the accounts directly back to him. When the truth spread, Nyan Wolf defended himself, saying he was being unfairly targeted, but the community didn't buy it. YouTubers like Sharky Leo called his actions degenerate and unacceptable, especially given Roblox's overwhelmingly young audience. While some tried to argue that it was just fictional art, others pointed out the obvious. Roblox is a kids-centered platform. Anyone openly engaging with fetish material like this should not be connected to a game with such a massive underage player base. The wider community reaction was just as divided. Some people argued that this was a nothing burger, since the art was fictional and no one was physically harmed. But many others strongly disagreed, emphasizing that Forsaken is a Roblox game with a massive underage player base. Sharky Leo, for example, made it clear that liking feral fetish art back-to-back isn't an accident, calling Nyan Wolf's excuses pathetic and his behavior outright disturbing. While a few Twitter users defended him, claiming it was harassment culture, the majority of the community sided with those who said this was unacceptable behavior for anyone linked to Roblox. It's also important to clarify Nyan Wolf is not a predator, and labeling him that way is irresponsible, but at the same time, his behavior was still disgusting and completely unsafe for a children's community. Even if no crime was committed, his actions crossed serious boundaries, making his continued involvement with Forsaken impossible to defend or justify in any way. In the end, both scandals leave Forsaken's reputation in ruins once again. Between Soul sneaking back onto the platform and mocking the community, and Nyan Wolf's deeply inappropriate behavior, the game has hit a shocking new low that has shaken the entire Roblox community. Forsaken, once a popular and celebrated title, is now facing widespread distrust, criticism, and controversy from players, creators, and fans alike. The combined impact of these two high-profile scandals has not only tarnished the game's image, but also raised serious concerns about safety, accountability, and the responsibility of developers in kid-centered online spaces. And sadly, with the current patterns of behavior and lack of accountability from key individuals, this may very well be only the beginning of the challenges and controversies that Forsaken will continue to face in the future.